we ask our people for individual development plans, learning plans. We send them on courses. We look for opportunities to maximize the potential of our people. So why wouldn't we do it for agents?
And I'm going to ask maybe another question and it's probably a two-part question. So I'll ask them together and we'll answer them. So the one is, do we see agents more like colleagues? So do they get onboarded, like recruited and onboarded and trained over time, rather than what you and I know is we deploy technology, there's a go live, and we know it's predictable, we know what's going to happen. So there's this maturity curve. And so that's one part of my question. The other part is, in this new world, like Salesforce pioneered sort of software as a service, subscription billing, it feels like we do move into this more of sort of consumption based, right? So because it's not as finite as saying we've got 100 users that we're paying for licensing. So why I brought it to, because I think that the one supports the other is, I see this as a colleague, not as a piece of technology. And then how much volume do I put through that?
Yeah, it's really, let me try and answer in the two-part style that you mentioned. So part one, is it a technology that goes live and then you've got a warranty or a hypercare phase after, and then you've got more operational aspects of operational considerations, uptime, and etc., versus a human that supports like the way we do as an employee relationship. So I personally believe it has to be the first.
Okay.
So like over the last 10, 15, 20 years, we've all been around, iterative development, building products, not projects, working from a different mindset. So, you and I have come from the same school of we deliver a big project or a program and kind of there's a go live, there's an end date, time, cost, quality, etc. all comes into it, and we've delivered something great. We all celebrate, and then we have this kind of depreciating value over a period of time. But when we think about product life cycle versus a project, we've got the S curve. So we have this opportunity of value creation on the S curve. We then release a new feature or a new functionality, and we get another kick, and we get more value, and then so on and so forth. I think when we think about agentic AI and we think about agents, it has to be similar to the product life cycle and kind of continuous value over a period of time. And there's a really important reason why I think this, because if I think about human workers and I think about you and me and our careers, we've learned, we've adapted, we've maintained curiosity, we've tried new things, we've experimented, we've also probably failed.
Glad you said that and said our value didn't devalue over time. I'm glad you said we've learned.
We have learned. So, but we've learned things a lot on that way. We've failed on some things. We've then learned. We've tried different things, and over a period of time, we've been more and more successful and iterated, etc. I think agents will have to have the same type of opportunity, and for two reasons, right? So we've learned things that have been external factors that have driven our learning. So our customer behaviors have changed, right? Or we've learned internal factors that have driven it. My business process on how I do things in my organization has shifted. So your agents will need, over a period of time, customers will need to continuously invest in going, okay, well, let me give it a new skill. Let me give it a new topic. Let me train it on a new set of data, because the landscape in which we're operating in is changing. Therefore, the landscape for the agent will change also. So we need to continuously be, investing in it the same way we would invest in our people. Yeah. We put our people, we ask our people for individual development plans, learning plans. We send them on courses. We look for opportunities to maximize the potential of our people. So why wouldn't we do it for agents?
Yeah.
And on your second part question, so consumption is it's in reality it's not a new commercial model. It's been around since hyperscalers. Um, so I do see that what we need to help with in the consumption space is how can we have some more certainty or predictability in cost and expenditure. But what I also recognize is the value creation, is so big. The opportunity and the potential is there that yes, we'll have consumption, but like if we weigh consumption up against the value creation for an organization, it's quite clear what's going to win, which is value is going to be unlocked and there's going to be loads from that.
Yeah, I like the way you put the agentic sort of S curve and see it as a product, and I suppose because maybe people think it's a one and done. Oh, once I've deployed all these agents and it's automated my environment, that it's over. But to your point, I think businesses change all the time. The environments we operate in, the markets change, and so does that mean and for us as PwC, what's your view for your partners? What does it mean for an implementer in the future?
Yeah, I think it's twofold, right? I think PwC is going to have agents, right? You're going to have agents supporting your employees. You're going to have agents take care of more of the mundane, repetitive, time-consuming tasks to start with, and that will help, with your employees because they can focus on the high-value stuff. They can go and talk to their clients and go and have deeper, more meaningful conversations because they just have more time. But I also recognize that you'll probably have agents that you'll say, well, I can deploy an agent onto a customer site because I think for what the customer wants to achieve, we can go and achieve that because we have this agent. And actually, over a period of time, you'll actually go even one step further because you'll say, these agents have now learned to do what you need to do. So actually, there could be a completely different business model in the future, which is just we'll do it. We'll let us just take it away. And then when I think about the customer landscape, I think coming back to my agent will talk to your agent. I think many customers will have an agent, whether it's an analyst or an assistant or something, that will just provide so much more value because it'll be kind of like, not to sound repetitive, but I can, the agent can just take care of a lot of the stuff that I need it to take care of. And actually some of that might be things like orchestration of deliverables. It might be orchestration of project timelines. It might be orchestration of, how good are we doing at our sales revenue and our forecasting at the moment. It may be, our customer service landscape and, analyzing high volumes of data to be able to draw, much more powerful business insights that we haven't necessarily seen before. And actually being really intuitive to also then take in external factors like market trends and analysis and, what's happening with some of the competitors and what's happening, you could be an insurance company looking at weather data and trying to analyze like landslides or, major events, but being able to take a combination of things and have the agents do all of that synthesization of, what does it mean for me? So I think there's huge, this is an incredible space that we're going to operate in, and actually we're living in it now. It's just a matter of time.